Yes, that's it. Yeah, no, yeah, no. Keep it in, keep it pressed. 314, 15, 16. There we go. What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by AutoTopNL. My name is Max, and today we are here with the all-new Porsche Panamera Turbo S. The new one. It has had a mid-life update, and well, a few things have changed. So today I'm going to show you around it, show you all the cool stuff on this car, and then we'll take it for a drive towards the Autobahn for an Autobahn blast. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to receive updates when we upload a new video. And check us out on Instagram if you like, at AutoTopNL. Alrighty, so what has been done to the Panamera to make it fresh and new again? Well, we've got a new front bumper design. Of course, this is always an easy change to make. The intake gaps or holes in the front bumper are a bit bigger than before. We've got new daytime running lights, the LEDs, pretty cool. That's also the indicator light. It really makes the front end feel a little bit new again and nice and tidy. We've also got the 21-inch exclusive design wheels, which look really nice, with Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires and the as standard fitted PCCB Porsche carbon ceramic brakes with yellow calipers. That's really cool. In combination with this deep black metallic car. These are optional wheels. The carbon ceramic brakes are standard on the Turbo S. What else? We've got a panoramic roof, and at the rear they have cleaned the rear up as well. I mean, the first Panamera was not the most beautiful car in the world. The second generation, I think, looked really good, and this facelift, I mean, it makes it even nicer, if you ask me. We've got the Turbo S wing, which folds out, really cool. It's like a really intricate thing to watch. They have updated the LED bar in the rear. This used to be two parts glued together, and at the center you could see the seam. This is now all one piece, which looks really cool. We've got a new exhaust as well, a sport exhaust with 4 tailpipes, twin on each side. It should sound better than before, because Porsche have made a big deal about that it sounds more V8-y. And there we go. Now I think we need my assistant. This is what it looks like without the spoiler. Dijn.
Spoiler expert incoming.
So it looks nice and sleek, and when you open it you can see that it goes up and out. Very cool. Yes, that's it. Yeah, no, yeah, no. Keep it in, keep it pressed. There we go. So this is nice and sleek, and when you open it, it looks super cool and sporty. So when we check out the engine, we can see there it is. Wow, that opens pretty far. The 4-liter V8 bi-turbo engine, Turbo S. So as you might have read or heard, this now is the only petrol version turbo you can get, the Turbo S. In the previous one, the pre-facelift, you had the turbo with 550 horsepower, this engine, and the Turbo S e-hybrid with 680 horsepower hybrid, but also 200 kilos heavier than the turbo. So this time we've got basically two parallel drivetrains. We've got the electric versions and the petrol versions, with, as an exception, the GTS, which is the sporty driver's version. We now have the Panamera 4, the 4S and the Turbo S, and the 4 e-hybrid, the 4S e-hybrid and the Turbo S e-hybrid, with, as I said, the GTS as exception. The Turbo S e-hybrid will come sometime next year with supposedly around 700 horsepower, but it will be again, you know, like 200 kilos heavier. So this car does 3.1 seconds to 100, which is really quick, and the Turbo SE Hybrid will do 3.2. So this is actually faster because it's much lighter, even though it has less power. So it is quite a big upgrade. Of course they had to upgrade it because the Panamera Turbo with 550 horsepower, I mean, it was, no, not slow, but compared to like the new RS6 with 600 horsepower, they couldn't really have that anymore, especially since the 4 SE Hybrid now has 560 horsepower. So that's really powerful as well. So this is now the top dog of the petrol engines. So compared to the previous version of this engine, it now has optimized turbochargers and crankshaft. It has new high pressure injectors and probably a lot more stuff underneath that we don't know about. But it is quite powerful with 630 horsepower and 820 newton meters of torque. So that is really, really nice. On the interior, we've got basically the same as before, which is a good thing because this is a really, really nice interior. Even though, you know, there are a lot of touch buttons, which I'm still not the biggest fan of, but at least you still have a screen in this one with regular stuff. We do have a new steering wheel, which this is the GT steering wheel, which is the same one you get in the 911, I think. It's a little bit smaller than before, and we have the new worse drive mode button because I really like the previous one with the modes. Now it's just, you know, which mode am I in? I don't know. You have to look at the screen. You had these lights here, which was better in my opinion. And of course we've got the sport response right there, which puts everything in super aggressive mode. So not that much has changed here. You can get some new inlays for the dashboard and you can get a different sports chrono clock with a matching watch with the same face. So that is pretty cool, and I have to say, I have to admit that I would definitely buy that. So let's start it up. There we go. Now this is normal mode. We'll put it in neutral. Nice and quiet. And when we go to Sport Plus, the valves open, you can hear it immediately. With a nice burble as well, and a nice V8 sound. The air suspension drops down too, the spoiler is extended, and everything just tightens up for more fun, more speed, more sound, more everything. Now, one of the major things they worked on with this new Panamera, with the facelift, is the fact that they wanted to eliminate the understeer. And you can actually see that the rear is very tail happy. It will step out quite easily, quite quickly, which is really, really nice. The balance of this car is super impressive because it weighs like 2160 kilos or something like that. And well, as always at Porsche, they have managed to just impress everyone with how well this car drives. Now, of course, we also have all the electronic trickery going on. So we've got the four-wheel steering, which just makes it super nimble and really easy to handle as well, because it's quite a big car, but it really doesn't feel like that. We have Porsche Torque Factory Plus. We have PDCC Sport, which is dynamic chassis control, so the dampers. I mean, there's a lot going on underneath to make this car feel as well as it does. So the air suspension, as I said, it lowers, it tightens up, but it's really impressive how well this car handles. And I think you would be able to slide this car around quite easily, and which just feels weird because the car feels so dignified and comfy and grown up. But then when you give it just a little bit too much throttle, the rear end goes, which is really nice. It's a good balance. Apparently the steering is from the 911 as well, so that's also why that feels so good. Yeah, I don't know what it is. The Porsches are just... The guys at Porsche are on top of their game when it comes to this stuff, because they just feel so good. So we've got an 8-speed PDK gearbox, which is lightning quick as always. What's up, Porsche? Now, at the Autobahn, we've got 315 km/h top speed, which I'm not sure we're going to get today because it's quite busy, but we'll see, and we'll see what it feels like. It is quick, it's fast, it's relatively quiet, I would say, even in Sport Plus with the exhaust valves open. That's 280, no problem whatsoever. Carbon ceramic brakes, oh, those are super impressive. Oh my god, really? If you compare it though to the competition, which would be the BMW M8 Grand Coupe or M8 Competition Grand Coupe and the Mercedes AMG GT63 S Coupe four-door coupe, I don't know the longest name in car history. Those two are basically the competition, I would say. They are both a little bit quicker, both from 100 to 200 as well as 0 to 250. Also has to do with the weight of this car because it is the heaviest. But it does have that same feeling you get in an RS6, in the new RS6, where you feel like, yes, it's fast, but at higher speeds and at high revs, it feels like it's not the happiest. Which is a bit strange, because it is really fast. Here we go. Oh, those bumps, hardly there. Hardly noticeable with that air suspension. Now, let's see. That's 300 bumps, no problem. 3.5. 14, 15, 16, 17, 318, no problem. And those brakes, I mean, it's so hard to describe sometimes how important those brakes are. I'm braking from 315 or 318 to 250. And it feels like I'm braking from 120 to 100 or something like that, you know. It's just no problem for this car. It goes like hell, it stops like hell. It's crazy. It is a really, really crazy car. And, you know, in the previous one, the turbo was the one to have, if you ask me, because it just felt so much lighter and more agile and more nimble. But we have to wait until we drive the Turbo SE Hybrid, the new one, before we can compare these two, of course. But here in the Netherlands, with our beautiful CO2 dependent taxing system, the Turbo SE Hybrid will actually be 50,000 euros cheaper than this one. So you get more power for 50,000 euros less, which is one of the few times the system actually benefits more power, which is cool, of course, but we have to see, because it will be 200 kilos heavier, and yeah, we'll see what it's like. For now, this is the top dog, and well, it is really, really impressive. I do think, you know, comparing just those numbers to the AMG and the M8 competition, that really doesn't say everything, because I think the the refinement and the luxury you get in this car, and just the feeling of everything, the steering, the suspension, the interior, I do think this is a level above those other two. It's just the performance is a little bit less. I think this is almost 2 seconds slower from 0 to 250 than an AMG GT 4-door. So yeah, that is a lot. Other than that, I really love the fact that they have made it even more beautiful, and I want one even more than before. And I already wanted a Panamera really bad because I really love it. Oh man, what a car. Okay, that's it for this review. As you can see, fun is over, too much traffic. I hope to see you at the next one. You can subscribe by clicking the big button right there. You can also check out this video or go check out this playlist. See you at the next one, guys. Bye.